Right, so I'm filming some of this video in open gate mode on the DJI, which I've done a couple of videos before, but probably never really properly explained what open gate is. So because the DJI has got a very large, almost square sensor, it allows you to film far more using open gate than it does in portrait or landscape mode. You can use it for getting shots for Instagram, which typically use 9:16 instead of the 16:9 aspect ratio on large YouTube videos. So for an Instagram or a TikTok reel, you'd probably want it in 9:16 and you'll be able to keep all that vertical height. Or if you wanted to make it into a longer form video in a 16:9, you can stretch the video out to fill the whole screen, and again without losing any quality at all. And also if you're doing a video where something's not quite in shot and you're filming in 16:9, you can't do anything with that shot other than zoom in and lose quality. Whereas on this, you can actually pick the bit of screen that you want to concentrate on. And if you use something like CapCut, you can use keyframes to smoothly move the view from one part of the screen to the other and make it look like it was one continuous bit of film. So it's actually a really great mode to have. So I do a little bit of filming in open gate, and I'll do a bit of filming in almost 16:9 as well. Just have a play around with some of the settings, but hopefully you can see what I mean by being able to get the perfect shot out of what may not have been the perfect shot if you were riding using sort of fixed ratio like 16:9 or 9:16. I've not been up this way for quite a while. The blackberry bushes have gone wild. Couldn't ride through that last bit without getting cut to bits. It's probably going to be the same down here, look. Which is a shame because it's a nice descent, but I'm not ripping my arms and legs open.